You know, the Rangers have been really good lately, but the Leafs just seem to have their number.
Yeah, you know, it's good to know that when the Leafs are going, oh, damn Bruins, the Rangers are going, oh, damn Leafs.
And then,
Yes, Leafs, dude!
What a great goal!
dude, crazy throwing waffles.
Who are you?
Optimus Prime.
Leafs win 4-2 over the hot New York Rangers. The Rangers are 7-2-1 at home this season, and their only 2 regulation losses so far, 4-2 losses to the Leafs. In the last 4-2 win against the Rangers, Lombardi scored, Mike Brown scored, and Commissar got an assist. All were out of the lineup with an injury in this one. So in the same way that the Bruins seem to have the Leafs number, the Rangers can't seem to be able to figure the Leafs out. In fact, if you look at the first period, the Leafs maybe should have won by more. For the first 20, it looked like Lupul and Kessel would get hat tricks. Tyler Bozak with 6 assists. 6 assists is hard to say. Kind of like saying I edited it. That highlight pack with 6 assists, I edited it. Unique New York. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Anyway, Cody Franson opens up the scoring with a bomb, and the Leafs are up 1-0. Now, Franson has really struggled to stay in the lineup at times this season, but this was a pretty good game for him. He's had some defensive lapses, but when you see him score with a boomer like that, well, that's what he was brought here for. And that was Franson's 2nd goal of the season and 5th point. You know what that means? Cody Franson has as many points this season as Thomas Kaberle, but in 15 fewer games. And a few people on Twitter are like, why are you ripping on Kaberle? I'm not ripping on him on a personal level, I don't know him. But you can't deny the fact that a veteran offensive defenseman making $4.25 million a season should have 5 points through 27 games. Because if I go, hey, Cody Franson has as many points as Thomas Kaberle, a lot of Leafs fans will be like, hey, that's not fair. I bet you Hurricanes fans would turn around and go, no, it's totally fair. Also worthy of note, like I said, Franson, 5 points in 12 games so far. Brett Lebda, in 41 games, his season total was 4 points. Anyway, focus the game. Henrik Lundqvist, to me, is a top 5 goalie in the NHL in any conversation. His worst career save percentage was .912. His current one is .931. So knowing you have a goaltender that great, if you just have his back, you have a team that's extremely difficult to beat. Case in point, hottest team in the league right now, Boston Bruins. The Tim Connolly goal, don't have his back enough. Connolly does a good job of sneaking his way to the net after the faceoff and finding a goal, but the Rangers have got to be tougher in front. And I'm being hard on the Rangers because earlier this season, I said they weren't a strong team. Turns out they're a very good team, but they still have some pretty glaring problems if they want to be a great team. Another thing great teams don't do, even if they're on the penalty kill, is allow someone in the top 5 in NHL scoring to just be alone in front. Congrats on your 13th, Joffrey Lupul, and it's 3-0 Leafs. And I don't know what was said by John Tortorella on the bench at this point, but whatever it was, it worked. It was probably only a few words, most of them 4 letters long. Like puck! Artem Anisimov with a snapper beats Jonas Gustafsson, and the Rangers are on the board. Anisimov's one of those guys that's having like a sneakily productive season. He's got 16 points in 24 games. So after building up this 3-0 lead, the Leafs get scored on and then take 3 consecutive penalties. I've always said the refs have a very difficult job. I don't envy them at all, but Bozak one to put him down 5-on-3 is... Gaborik matches Joffrey Lupul with his 13th on a nice passing play on the power play, and the Rangers are down by 1. And after a first period where it looked like the Leafs were going to run away with the game, they're now just fighting for life. Third period, there's a lot of back and forth, but this is what changed it. Mike Sauer, meet Dion Phaneuf. 4 things about this hit. 1, he knocked off Sauer's helmet. 2, he broke Sauer's stick. 3, it was a totally clean hit. And 4, Sauer got up. Everything about that's great. A textbook, clean shoulder hit, and the other player got thumped, but he got up. I mean, you want to flatten the guy, you want to make him think twice, but you don't want to put him out of the lineup for like a month. And if you did it wrong, get suspended. Luke Schenn was able to lay a big hit as well, and then this scary thing between Steckel and Del Zotto. I was at the NHL's research and development camp this past summer, and they tried out a few different things for icing. I don't know which one of them to pick. All I know is that touch icing is the wrong one. They tried out this hybrid icing thing. That could work, or just no touch. Junior has no touch. International play has no touch. Why is the NHL touch? Like Sauer, Del Zotto gets up, but I'm surprised something like that doesn't happen every game. Ending the game off, Gustafsson with some huge saves in the dying seconds. Dave Steckel pots an empty netter, and the Leafs win 4-2. I think it's time for a little song. No. I just had Stex. I was gonna sing that, yeah. Dude, come on, you gotta switch it up sometimes. I'm too Stexy for my shirt. Let's talk about Stex. Birthday Stex?
It's not even his birthday! Dude, there's gotta be something else that rhymes with Stex.
Okay, Funkmaster Stex.
Decent. We'll work on that.
My producer, apparently. Speaking of my producer, one of my favorite Twitter accounts, your_producer, sent me some facts on the NHL's new realignment. And just as importantly, the NHL's new playoff format. My main concern about it is it's a little bit more like baseball's playoffs. And as someone who likes the Blue Jays, that's very concerning. And here's what your_producer found out. There have been 6 Stanley Cup playoffs since the 04-05 lockout. In those 6 playoff runs, there are 7 teams that made the playoffs that would have missed it under the new format, including the Edmonton Oilers of 2006 that were 1 game away from the Stanley Cup. And also as a result, there were 7 teams that missed the playoffs that would have made it. Among those teams, the 2008 and 2009 Buffalo Sabres and the 2007 Toronto Maple Leafs. So it's a pretty big change, and I want to know what you think about it, because honestly, I'm not sure. I like the randomness of the now old NHL playoff format. And now under this format, technically an Eastern team could face an Eastern team in the final, or a Western team could face a Western team. I don't mind the new format, but if it turns out to be like what the MLB has, But again, Blue Jays, so you can see where I'm coming from. JFR, Jays fan reaction. And last but not least, now my hair's a mess. The Leafs beat the Rangers 4-1, and it was on Leafs TV, and Leafs TV had an announcement yesterday. Leafs TV, along with NBA TV Canada and Gold TV, also their online video content, is now going to be available on Xbox Live. Not yet. I don't know the date yet, but it's coming out soon. So look out for details regarding that. But that's it for this video. Important question of the game. What do you think about the NHL's new realignment and playoff format? Add me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, and all the other wonderfulness below, and I'll see you next time.
You know, I kind of like this hat.